What's up, everybody? Welcome to Southern Life. On today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a update on my empty lot. You guys know I bought an empty lot in the Fort Myers area, and I've done a lot of stuff to it, so I'm going to give you guys an update on everything we've done. So I know you guys have been asking me, are you going to build a house on the empty lot? We're not really there yet. Eventually we could be, and I'll let you guys know when that happens. You guys run down of what I got going on in here. Alright guys, well, this is my empty lot here, and overall lots of palm trees, and I've been planting a bunch of other trees in the front. And you guys know we also cleared the lot a while back, so it's mostly cleared. I just left the big pretty trees. All the small trees are gone, and I brought in some trees of my own. Here's one of them here. This is a banana tree, and you can see it's already got babies coming up off the bottom. So it's got two babies, very quickly spread two babies. So it looks like this is going to take off really well. And there's a little surprise. Here's another banana tree. So what I did was on this line right here, which is like the property line. So everything on that side is not my lot, and everything on this side's my lot. So the property line's like right through here somewhere. So I put a line of trees all along the edge of the property line. So this runs off, but I did get a neighbor that let me have a mango tree, and I planted it back here. And I was a little afraid it wasn't going to make it, but it looks like the mango tree is going to make it. And then towards the back of the property, I have these palm trees here. So there's all these in the back. There's like a little island of these types of palm trees in the back of the property. So the back of the property is mostly these palm trees, and I left these. I just like palm trees, so I left these a lot. So there's a bunch of these left. Beautiful palm trees, and they actually use the seeds off these. Are worth about $3 a pound. They're in season. They pick them. If you've heard about the berry pickers, this is the tree they're after, and they use it for a wider range of things like prostate cancer. You can see here, I guess earlier on in the year there's fruit from them, but that's what these are. Beautiful palm trees. So I have two types of natural palm trees here. And eventually I want to make a little palm tree garden. I like palm trees a lot. These are the regular Florida palm trees now. I've cleaned the ones in the front up. These are still pending me going in there and cleaning them. There's a lot of shells on the lot, and the kids come over here, and the girls like to come and look for shells, and then they make big stacks of shells, but they look for these. Little kids like to play with these giant shells. They're all over the property. So these are the natural Florida palm trees, and once you clean them up, they look great. It just takes a lot of work to get them to this point. It really does. Once you clean them up, like I did here, this one, they look great once you clean them up. But it's a lot of work to get them to this point, but once you get them there, it's worth it. So neighbor across the street, they gave me the palm tree, also gave me these little guys. I'm gonna plant these. They're Japanese palm trees of some sort. There's these things. Now I've always loved these palm trees. These are kind of like I think it was $54 at Lowe's. It's like a different type of palm tree. Instead of being green, they're kind of like a baby blue looking type of color. So I've always loved those palm trees. So I got a few of those. Planted them right there. You guys saw these at the beginning when I first bought the lot. These were the first two that I put in. Now I've complemented them with some smaller shrubs that I planted like these in between them. So that's looking good. I bought a loquat tree. Now this is a fruit tree that in the winter we get them here in Florida. You can see the flowers coming in. So this one, even though I bought it, it's gonna fruit this year. It was already flowering when I bought it. It looks like it's holding up pretty good. And loquats are a great fruit. So it's they like a little bit colder weather than the mangoes and stuff, so they'll do great out here. That's my loquat tree. I think that was $128 if if I remember, something like that. Now these are Royal Cuban palm trees. I put 2 on each corner of the lot in the front, so each corner of the lot towards the front gets their own Cuban Royal palm tree. These are the big majestic palm trees you might see in West Palm Beach or Miami. That's another type of palm tree. I'm not 100% sure on the name, but they are absolutely beautiful. So I bought those 2 in, and they're going to be almost the corner of the lots right here. So these are kind of a few big tall palm trees in the corners. And if you're going to build a house way down that way, it'll be nice and clear and out of the way. These are papaya trees. Now they're not looking too good, but I think if they get a little bit of rain, they'll do better. I don't really, any water that I water my plants with, I have to bring it by hand. So what I've been doing is I've been planting the trees before it rains. So the papaya trees, they're not looking too good, but again, bringing water out to this empty lot is a nightmare. Another banana tree here that I planted recently. Looks like there's some fresh growth on that, so that's good. Another banana tree here, it's got some fresh growth as well. So overall, the lot's looking good. Looking amazing between the oak trees and the natural Florida palms. On the other front corner, I planted another Royal Cuban palm tree. So each front corner is going to have a Royal Cuban palm tree, one over there, one over here. Now you saw on that side over there how I put a bunch of trees. I haven't done anything on this side, facing the front of the road. And I might do some fruit trees, but I'm thinking for the most part I might just leave it empty, because there's already like a line of these palm trees here running through there. So there's already kind of natural foliage here that gives me a little bit of privacy. So I don't really see the necessity to run through here and start planting more trees. But when I do plant some more natural fruit trees, here's how they're going to hit the front line here. And there's this big giant oak tree here, which I didn't realize my property came this far, but I found a marker. So this is actually the property line. So right on the corner of my property and the next lot over, there's a oak tree, and the property marker is right on this oak tree. So this oak tree is pretty much the plot line. Big giant oak tree there. I'd leave it forever. Hopefully when they build a house here, I guess they could have the right to get rid of it. I hope they don't. It's really nice to have a big giant oak tree on the property line, especially the front corner. So it looks like this lot was a pretty good little deal for me. There's a few oak trees like this one here. Accidentally, the forestry mulcher accidentally shipped the bottom of that one. You can't see it now, but this was covered in trees here when they were clearing this lot. So you couldn't even see where the base of this tree was. I mean, there's so many vines and stuff that I can almost understand why he hit it. But yeah, he did touch it, and as you can see, it kind of did some damage there to the bottom of it. So this oak tree, it's probably going to have to go anyways, because it's kind of towards the center of the lot, and if you're building a house, it won't be able to stay anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. Now here are like a few of these palm trees, and I love these things. I still have to get in here and pull all these vines. Today would be a perfect day to come out here and work a little bit, pull some of these vines down and start doing some work. But I guess eventually I'll have a day where I feel like getting in here and cutting trees and stuff. There's a lot to do. I still got to trim the bottom and clean these up and clean those. There's always something to do around here in this lot to get it pretty, but at the end of the day, just a piece of land, so there's no need to invest too much time and effort into it. And the big question is that you guys have been asking me is, am I going to build a house on this lot? The answer to that is, I don't know. It's going to cost something like $300,000 to build a house. I don't have $300,000, and I don't have enough credit to get it financed. So at this point, we're just kind of waiting. Maybe if Katie were to take off as a real estate agent, then we could definitely start doing it. And again, most houses around here are going for about $300,000, but we're not gonna build a house that big. We'll probably build like a 2-bedroom, 1-bath at most. So it is true that at this point, we just bought the land as an investment. I mean, I would love to turn this empty lot into a house, but it's an overwhelming process. So one thing at a time. We have the land. That's a great investment. When I go to build a house, if you already have a lot, that helps out a lot. So right now we're not ready, It might take a year, maybe 2. I don't know how long it's gonna take for us to get our crap together. And eventually we're gonna have the opportunity to build a house here, but it's not something that's gonna happen right away. So this is not technically Lehigh Acres. It's kind of like this area is weird because you have Lehigh Acres, you have Fort Myers, and you have Buckingham, Alva, Olga. There's no real defined place here. Most people that live here call it Buckingham, but it's kind of like between Buckingham, Lehigh, kind of somewhere out in the middle. So here's one house that's being built on the street that my lot is on. As you can see, it's kind of dirty and whatever because they're building. So there's my lot, there's an empty lot, and then there's whatever this is going in. Looks like it's going to be a really big house. So these are the type of houses that are going up in this neighborhood. Kind of massive. So on the lot, on the street that it's a very small street that my lot is on, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 houses being built right now, and I think they just recently finished 2. So it's a really happening place as far as construction. But again, these houses that are going in, I think the cheapest ones are $320,000. So